Archangel Michael says, you have felt the weight of loneliness pressing against your soul, but there is a reason behind it, a divine purpose that you are yet to understand. The silence that lingers around you is not empty, it holds whispers from the heavens, messages that the world has failed to hear. The isolation you endure is not a punishment but a calling, a test of faith and strength that only the chosen can bear. There are forces beyond your sight, shaping your destiny in ways you cannot comprehend. The loneliness you feel is not an accident, it is a sign that you are meant for something greater. It is the universe preparing you for a transformation, a change that will awaken your true purpose. Many have walked this path before, their hearts aching for connection, yet finding only solitude. You are not alone in your pain, though it may seem that way. The heavens are watching, waiting for you to recognize the truth hidden behind the silence. Archangel Michael says, every moment of solitude is a sacred preparation, a refinement of your soul for the divine work ahead. The world may have turned away, but the divine never has. The ones who are meant to be in your life will come, but only when the time is right. Type 333 to receive the blessing of clarity. Loneliness is not a curse, but a blessing disguised as suffering. It is the fire that burns away illusions, leaving only truth behind. It is the doorway to something far beyond what you have ever imagined. In the silence, you will hear whispers of guidance, a voice that has always been there, waiting for you to listen. The pain is not meant to break you but to awaken you. Those who are chosen must first walk alone before they can lead others. The darkness of loneliness is only temporary. It is a cocoon, a place of transformation where your soul is being prepared for something higher. The emptiness is not empty at all, it is filled with divine purpose. Archangel Michael says, you were never abandoned, you were set apart for a reason. The world cannot understand the depth of your soul, but the divine does. The angels walk beside you, unseen but always present. Type 777 to receive the blessing of strength. The truth is, loneliness is a training ground for those who are meant to rise. It strips away all distractions, forcing you to see yourself as you truly are. It is through this process that your real strength is revealed. Those who are meant for great things must first endure solitude. This is where the mind clears, where illusions fade, where the soul remembers why it came to this world. It is in the quiet that your destiny is whispered. The pain of loneliness is not a punishment, it is a preparation. You are being shaped, refined, made ready for what is to come. Every tear you have shed has been counted, every sigh heard. Archangel Michael says, you are closer to your purpose than you realize, do not let the weight of loneliness blind you to the truth. The path ahead is unfolding, even if you cannot yet see it. Trust in the process, for the divine does not make mistakes. Type 111 to receive the blessing of divine guidance. The world may not understand you, but that does not mean you are lost. It means you are being guided by something beyond the world's understanding. It means you are meant for something that cannot be explained by ordinary words. Your soul is older than you realize. It remembers things that your mind has forgotten. The loneliness you feel is not of this world, but of something far beyond it. You are being called to something greater, but the road is not meant to be easy. The strongest souls must endure the harshest trials before they can step into their power. The pain is temporary, but the transformation is eternal. Archangel Michael says, you will understand soon why you had to walk this path. The pieces are falling into place, even if it does not seem like it yet. The divine plan is never revealed all at once, but it is always unfolding. Type 444 to receive the blessing of patience. Loneliness is not emptiness, it is space being cleared for something greater. The things that once filled your life were not meant to stay. The emptiness you feel is the room being prepared for the blessings to come. Trust the process, even when it is painful. The darkness will pass, and when it does, you will see why it had to be this way. The suffering is only a chapter, not the whole story. You are not alone, even if the world has made you feel that way. The divine has been with you all along, waiting for you to recognize its presence. You were set apart for a reason, and that reason will soon be revealed. Archangel Michael says, "Hold on, for the dawn is coming." The night feels endless, but morning always arrives. You are closer to your breakthrough than you realize. Type 555 to receive the blessing of transformation. The loneliness will not last forever. It is a temporary phase, a necessary passage to something greater. What is meant for you is already making its way to you. Your heart has been tested, but it has not been broken. It has been strengthened, prepared for the love, the purpose, the destiny that awaits. Nothing has been lost, everything has been part of the plan. The silence you have endured is about to be filled with something beyond your imagination. The waiting was not wasted time, it was a sacred preparation. The loneliness was never loneliness, it was an invitation to something greater. Archangel Michael says, "Your time is coming, be ready." The doors that once seemed locked will open. The purpose that once seemed distant will become clear. Type 999 to receive the blessing of fulfillment. This journey was never meant to break you, it was meant to make you. You were never forgotten, never abandoned. Everything you have endured has been leading you to this moment. Hold on a little longer. The breakthrough is closer than you think. What was once hidden is about to be revealed. You are stepping into the life that was always meant for you. The loneliness was only a shadow before the light. And now, the light is coming. The journey you have walked has been filled with silence, but it was never truly empty. Every moment of loneliness carried a purpose, a reason hidden within the divine plan. The weight you have carried has not been unnoticed, it has been shaping you into the person you are meant to become. There were times you questioned why you felt so distant, why the world seemed to move around you while you stood still. But what if that stillness was exactly what you needed? What if the isolation was not a rejection, but a redirection? Archangel Michael says, "You have been pulled away from the noise so you can hear the whispers of the divine." The distractions that once surrounded you had to fade so you could focus on what truly matters. What feels like loss is actually alignment, guiding you towards something far greater than you imagined. Type 222 to receive the blessing of alignment. Loneliness has a way of stripping everything down to its core, revealing what is real and what was only illusion. It removes the unnecessary, leaving behind only what is truly meant for you. And in that space, you discover your strength. You have been set apart, not forgotten. You were chosen, not rejected. The divine has been orchestrating every step of your journey, even when it felt like you were walking alone. The world may not understand your path, but that does not mean it is the wrong one. Some roads are meant only for those who have been called. Some journeys require solitude before the destination is revealed. Archangel Michael says, "The ones who walk alone are often the ones who are being prepared to lead." The silence is not empty, it is a classroom, a sacred space where wisdom is gained. The lessons you are learning now will become the foundation of what is to come. Type 666 to receive the blessing of wisdom. This moment of loneliness is not forever. It is a temporary space between where you were and where you are meant to be. It is a cocoon, sheltering you while transformation takes place. Everything you have lost is making room for what is to come. The people who left were never meant to stay. The places you were removed from were never meant to hold you. The divine is clearing your path, even if it feels like destruction. Sometimes, everything must be stripped away so that you can rebuild on a foundation that is unshakable. Sometimes, the loneliness is necessary so you can find yourself. Archangel Michael says, what was taken was not meant for your next chapter. The emptiness is an invitation, a sign that something greater is on its way. Do not cling to what has already fallen away, instead, open your heart to what is coming. Type 888 to receive the blessing of new beginnings. Your soul has always known that you were meant for something more. That is why you have felt different, why the world has never quite felt like home. The loneliness is not a curse, it is a confirmation. The divine has set you apart for a purpose that is beyond what you can see right now. You are being prepared for something that others cannot yet understand. And when the time is right, everything will make sense. The waiting is almost over. The transformation is nearly complete. The pieces are falling into place, even if you cannot see them yet. Archangel Michael says, you are not alone. You were never alone. The angels have been with you all along, guiding you, protecting you, preparing you for what is ahead. Type 000 to receive the blessing of divine protection. This path has been long, but it has not been in vain. The loneliness has not been for nothing. Every tear, every silent prayer, every moment of solitude has been a part of something bigger. You have been growing, evolving, stepping into the person you were always meant to become. The struggles were never punishments, they were training. And now, the time is near for you to step into your purpose. The world will soon see what the divine has always known about you. The light within you is ready to shine. The journey was never about the loneliness, it was about preparing you for the life that awaits. Archangel Michael says, the breakthrough is closer than you think. Hold on just a little longer. The dawn is about to break. Type 123 to receive the blessing of manifestation. What is coming is greater than what was lost. What is ahead is more beautiful than what was left behind. The loneliness was never the end, it was only the beginning. You are about to step into the life that was always meant for you. The silence will soon be replaced with purpose, with joy, with the fulfillment of everything you have been waiting for. The waiting was not wasted time. It was a divine preparation. And now, the moment is arriving when you will see why it all had to happen this way. Archangel Michael says, the time of isolation is ending. The time of fulfillment is beginning. The doors that were once closed will now open. The path that was hidden will now be revealed. Type 1010 to receive the blessing of divine timing. The journey was never meant to be easy, but it was always meant to be worth it. Everything you have endured has been leading you to this point. The loneliness was only a shadow before the light. And now, the light is coming. The winds of change are stirring, moving through your life in ways you cannot yet perceive. What once felt like an endless night is now shifting, making way for the dawn that has always been destined to arrive. The loneliness that has burdened your heart is not here to stay, it is merely the last trial before the breakthrough. Your soul has been tested through fire, through silence, through the aching weight of solitude. But you must understand, this was never about suffering for suffering's sake. This was a refinement, a transformation, a necessary passage before stepping into the life that was meant for you. Archangel Michael says, "Every tear you have shed was seen, and every moment of isolation was accounted for. Nothing was in vain. Nothing was wasted. Everything has been aligning, even in the moments when you thought you were forgotten." Type 1212 to receive the blessing of divine completion. The divine has been shifting people, places, and circumstances in ways you cannot comprehend. Some were removed from your life because they were never meant to go where you are heading. The loneliness was never meant to break you, it was meant to teach you that not everyone is meant to stay. Every soul that entered your life had a purpose, a lesson, a season. Some were there to show you love, some to show you pain, and others to remind you of your own strength. And though the absence of their presence may have felt like a wound, it was in fact a form of protection. The divine saw what you could not see, heard what was spoken in silence, and knew what lay ahead. That is why some doors were shut, some hands let go, and some connections faded away. It was not a loss, it was a clearing, making space for what is truly meant for you. Archangel Michael says, "Do not mourn what left, celebrate what is making its way to you. The waiting has been long, but the reward will be great. The pain of loneliness is about to be replaced with the joy of divine fulfillment." Type 1313 to receive the blessing of restoration. The silence you have endured has been sacred. It has been a space where the divine whispered truths that the noise of the world could never allow you to hear. It was not an exile, but a sanctuary, a place where your soul could remember itself. You were never truly alone, even in the moments when you felt most abandoned. The unseen forces of heaven have been surrounding you, walking beside you, carrying you through the darkest nights. Every step, every sigh, every unanswered question was known and understood by the divine. The loneliness was a test, a lesson, a preparation for what is to come. And now, the lessons have been learned, the test endured, the preparation nearly complete. The time is drawing near when the isolation will end, and the purpose will be revealed. Archangel Michael says, "You are stepping into alignment with the life that was always meant for you." The waiting was not in vain. The divine has been working behind the scenes, orchestrating a plan that will soon unfold before your eyes. Type 1414 to receive the blessing of divine revelation. What is coming will make sense of everything that has happened. The confusion, the doubts, the questions will all dissolve as the pieces fall into place. The path ahead is not empty, it is paved with everything you have been waiting for. The loneliness was a preparation, not a punishment. It was a space of transformation, not abandonment. You are stepping out of the cocoon and into the light, ready to become everything you were always meant to be. What once felt like loss will now be understood as gain. What once felt like emptiness will now be filled with purpose. The divine was never taking from you, only making room for something far greater. Archangel Michael says, "Your destiny is unfolding in ways beyond your imagination." The loneliness was the soil, but now, the seeds that were planted are ready to bloom. What is coming is greater than anything you have ever known. Type 1515 to receive the blessing of divine manifestation. Hold on to your faith, for the season of isolation is ending. The darkness is fading, the dawn is rising, and soon, you will understand why everything had to happen this way. The pain was temporary, but the blessings will be eternal. You were never forgotten. You were never forsaken. The divine has been preparing something extraordinary for you all along. And now, that time is near. The doors that once seemed locked will open. The answers that once felt distant will become clear. The path that once seemed hidden will be illuminated before you. Archangel Michael says, prepare yourself, for the divine is about to move in your life in a way that will leave you in awe. The waiting is ending. The transformation is complete. The loneliness is over. Type 1616 to receive the final blessing of fulfillment. Now, step forward. The life that was meant for you is waiting. And the time to receive it has finally arrived. The winds of destiny are shifting, and soon, you will see why you had to endure what you did. The heaviness of loneliness that once felt unbearable will fade, replaced by something beyond your imagination. Every unanswered question, every moment of silence, every tear shed in solitude was seen and recorded by the divine. You were never forgotten. You were never cast aside. The world may not have understood your journey, but the divine has been guiding you every step of the way. Archangel Michael says, the struggles of your past will not compare to the blessings of your future. The path has been long, but the journey was necessary. You had to be prepared for what is coming. Type 1717 to receive the blessing of divine timing. The silence you endured was not empty. It was sacred, a space where the divine was working within you. The loneliness was not a punishment, it was a season of refinement, where your soul was being strengthened for the life that awaits. Every unanswered prayer was not ignored, it was held until the perfect moment. Every door that was shut was not rejection, it was protection. Every delay was not denial, it was divine alignment. You are standing at the threshold of something extraordinary. Everything that once felt like loss will soon be seen as gain. The loneliness was a necessary passage, but now, that season is coming to an end. Archangel Michael says, the doors that were once closed are about to open in a way that will leave you in awe. The waiting has not been in vain. The answers you have longed for are about to be revealed. Type 1818 to receive the blessing of breakthrough. What is coming is greater than what was left behind. The connections that will enter your life will be unlike any you have known before. The opportunities that will arise will be divinely orchestrated. The pain you endured will soon be overshadowed by the joy that is on its way. The struggles that once defined your days will become the foundation for your new beginning. The loneliness was only temporary, but the blessings will be lasting. Everything is shifting. The unseen forces of heaven are moving, aligning circumstances, preparing the way. Soon, you will step into the life you were always meant to live. Archangel Michael says, the waiting is over, the manifestation is near. The transformation is complete. The loneliness is fading. The dawn of your new life is breaking. Type 1919 to receive the final blessing of fulfillment. Now, take a deep breath. Feel the change in the air. The divine has prepared you for this moment, and now, the time has come. Step forward. The life you have been waiting for is here.